for joining me for this edition of A Look Back. I'm Mike, and today we are actually not going to talk about very much. It's there's nothing really that I can think of to talk about that's happened in the sport of wrestling. However, do want to acknowledge one thing: the passing of Brett Sawyer. That happened a couple days ago. We lost Brett Sawyer, another one going on. Do send our thoughts, prayers, and well wishes to his family, his loved ones, and that he will be sadly missed. I actually got to see him back in, was it May, at Bluegrass Wrestling Convention number 4 at Catlettsburg, Kentucky. Didn't get an autograph or a picture, but damn, I wish I would have. That's the thing about it. Hindsight's 2020, and we don't know what tomorrow will bring. But that's looking back. I wished I really would have. Guys, a lot of things have been changing over time, and as things change in the way we run, and it just gets better and better and better and better. And if you'll give me a minute, I'll show you what I mean. We've actually got some new equipment. Like I said, we're going to be doing some things here coming up hopefully in the next month that I'm looking forward to if I can get all the kinks lined out of it. Um, More to come on that as things develop. But in the meantime, let me show you what I got so far. Let's switch over to, guys, I don't know about you, but what this means to me is sitting in this chair. That means we can have guests. That's right. We've got a second camera, second microphone hooked up, and I've actually found the audio software to run this show. A lot of things, like I said, been changing. I've actually got another camera coming in, hopefully be here tomorrow. So we'll actually be running 3 cameras. Um, don't know how that's going to work out or what the third camera is going to be used for, but you know what? We're going to do it. We'll do this show right, and most of all, we'll enjoy it. So with that said, on camera 2, let's play a look back with Mike trivia. Today's question: who was the first WWF Intercontinental Champion? We'll have We'll have the answer later on the show. God, guys, that's the great thing about this episode. I really don't care if I mess up too bad because it's not really an episode. It's us getting together, having a good time, talking this stuff out. But we'll have the answer later on. But I am going to go back to my other chair so I can see what's going on. Thank you all, and see you in just a second. So, now with that being said, and things get to work out a little bit better, um, like I said, it's one of those things. This show is developing. We've come a long way, baby. In what we started in December, we're now getting ready September, so we're almost January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. We're 9 and 10 months old. Uh, this it's been a heck of a ride. I've actually had fun doing this, and my end goal was to set up a second chair, and gladly we've done it. That's been accomplished. But I always wanted to have a second person on the show, a guest. I mean, and I've talked about that with a few friends. I've thrown the idea around, and it's well received so far. Let's see where we can go with it and see what happens. Like I said, in the month, we'll try to line something up and go from there. But let me show you one more thing that I've got up here, and it is a split screen, so we can see both of us at the same time. So if somebody was sitting over in the other chair over there, you'd be able to see them while looking at me. And wouldn't you know it, coming up on October 7th at the Boyd County Community Center, Time Warp is having their Bluegrass Wrestling Convention number 5. Come out and meet the stars of Bluegrass Wrestling Con. Facade and Danny Moe will be there, the Neon Blondes. Barbarian and Warlord will be there. Mr. Hughes, Jimmy the Mouth of the South Heart. Moose will be on hand. Suicide will be there. Wildfire Tommy Rich, Mark Henry, Ron Simmons, Shane Douglas, Axe and Smash, a Demolition will be there, and hopefully, I am not getting my hopes up, but my fingers are crossed. Jerry the King Lawler is well enough to be there. But like I say, every time that I talk about it, one day at a time for the King. Guys, this is actually just great. I love it. I mean, honestly, I've thought about this. It's been something that I wanted to do. I mean, this is going to make what we do so much better. And, you know, what more can I say? You know, it's one of those things that as time goes on, we get bigger and we get bigger, but we never lose sight of the goal of the show, and that is to discuss professional wrestling at its greatest moments. You know, I don't know. There's so many things out there that we can talk about, and we're going to do so in the coming months, so help me if I have to beat myself to death working on this. But it is coming full circle, one day at a time, one step at a time, and it doesn't matter. We'll do the best we can with what we got, and that is what counts. But I thank you all for sitting down with me. I just wanted to show you all what was happening, the new stuff going on. You know, we've got some software that I said we can work with, and that is great. You know, if I wanted to work with it a little bit more, um, and we will. You know, there's things that I could probably iron out on it, and I'm probably ironing them out as we speak right now. I don't know if you guys can see it, but you know, the background, the brick background, that looks so nice with what we're doing, and you know, it's just fun. I mean, we've enjoyed doing this since the beginning. You know, granted, we have talked about from some very sad moments in professional wrestling. We've lost so many great stars over the last 10 months. You know, we lost Jay Briscoe, and I'm not going to hit them all because I would end up hurting somebody's feelings if I left one out. But Superstar Billy Graham, we lost Lanny Poffo, Jerry Jarrett. You know, the list just goes on and on and on and on. And it seemed like every time that I was doing one of these things, we were talking about losing another star. And what do you know? This episode, we talk about losing Brett Sawyer. And that's a very sad thing. And my heart just breaks. But, you know, guys, that's the thing. And as I always tell you all, if you love somebody, tell them. They will never know it unless you do. You know, there's no way that somebody will know what's going on if you don't talk to them. But you guys are the reason that I do this. And the answer to today's A Look Back with Mike trivia question: who was the first ever WWF Intercontinental Champion? We discussed it actually in a couple episodes ago. Pat Patterson, he was the first. But guys, I thank you all again. And as always, remember, World Classic Professional Big Time Wrestling coming up with their Great Fall Bash 2, the Season of the Hitman, going to be September 30th at the OUC Shoemaker Center in Chillicothe, Ohio. Guess who's got a VIP pass? And it is this guy. I will be there. As well, will I be there at the Bluegrass Wrestling Convention? I will be in attendance at Bluegrass Wrestling Con 5 on October 7th in Boyd County, Boyd County, Kentucky. Boyd County, West Virginia. Who the hell am I thinking? Oh my God, guys, this has been one of those days. I've actually been working on this for like 3 days solid, trying to get the software lined out, trying to get the microphone issue lined out. But it looks like we're actually flying 180 right now, and we're doing real good. Guys, I thank you all for joining me for this edition of A Look Back. Remember, like, subscribe, and share. We are on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram. You know, you name it. If it's a social media account, we've got a channel on it. Thank you all again for joining me. I hope you have a great day, and until next time, so long from the Bluegrass.